Welcome to the SDA Housing Podcast, brought to you by NDIS Property Australia. Before starting this episode, we need to provide a general disclaimer. Information contained in this podcast is general in nature only. It does not take into account the objectives, financial situation, or needs of any particular person. You need to consider your financial situation and needs before making any decisions based on the information in this podcast. And you should consider seeking independent and professional advice for your personal circumstances. All right, let's begin.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mandy, and I'm your host from Ndis Property Australia. And you listen to the SDA Housing Podcast. The show explains, highlights, guides, and brings awareness about all things SDA and NDIS in this ever-changing NDIS world. Today we have special guest speakers, Care Agency Services, Mandy and
Andrew.
My apologies. At this event, there's so many people meeting here at the SIL Summit, the National SIL Summit, and it's hard to remember everyone's names. But guys, Care Agency Services, please introduce yourself to our listeners.
Great. Well, firstly, thanks for having us on the podcast today. It's really nice to be here in sunny Gold Coast. So Care Agency Services, we are a provider of temporary support staff, specialising in aged care, disability and community care sectors. Been around since 2012. We work in 3 states at the moment, well, 2 states and a territory, and we're about to start working in a 3rd state on top of that. So yeah, exciting times for us.
So just to pull it back a little bit so our listeners can understand the question, what do you do?
Great. Yeah. Essentially, we're a temp staffing agency.
Yep.
So our clients have a need when they have unplanned leave or staffing gaps. They give us a call and we fill that with qualified staff.
Is there a high demand for that kind of service in the sector?
You have no idea.
Well, I have no idea. So give us the.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, staffing's always one of those tricky things where there's always going to be gaps. It's a human system. So there's always people getting sick, people taking leave. There's always a need to fill that gap because the supports that our clients provide continue to need to go ahead. So the staffing need is there. So we offer that kind of reserve backup force for our clients.
Sure.
Another aspect, just really quickly, I just want to add, because it's a bit of a light bulb moment when I'm talking to some providers, is when providers are wanting to grow to a new location, they might have participants ready to start services. They haven't been able to build their own workforce yet. That's something that we're really good at, covering those early days so that the provider can then build their own workforce.
Is that the best practice for any growing provider business in Australia who go to new areas to actually look for temp staff? Is that the way to go about it?
It's one of the options.
Yeah. Because the numbers are, how do I say this? There's high turnover, high attrition in the sector, and it's hard for businesses to grow if they don't have the staff workforce. True?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it is one area that it gives an option for being able to grow with the reassurance that you can have staffing in place. So when we offer the service, I guess we put our staff out there to bridge the gap between where that client is now and where they seek to be. Gotcha. So if they've got new SILs on board, if they've got new participants working with them, it gives them the ability to service them.
Sure. Mandy, we spoke earlier, but where do you operate and which regions have you expanded into recently?
So largely we operate in Southeast Queensland, so everywhere from the Sunshine Coast down to the Gold Coast, out to Ipswich, and Toowoomba is coming online at the moment. And then, of course, everywhere in between, so Greater Brisbane, Moreton Bay, South Brisbane, everywhere in that catchment. And we also operate out of New South Wales. We have a team in Sydney that service the Greater Sydney area, and also some of the regions, so the Central Coast, the Illawarra region, Newcastle, Bathurst, Ballina. We service all of those. ACT is also an area that we can totally service.
Yeah. Andrew, in this world of staffing, recruitment, as you say, short-term temp staffing, what differentiates your approach to the temporary staffing existing already in the care sector from other agencies out there?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that, Lynn. That's $1 million question. Well, first of all, we're an independently owned and operated business. We give that personal touch, that personal approach to our service. We curate the process from beginning to end with the clients with whom we work. I guess, look, we've got a high fill rate and the fastest filling time in the sector. our rostering team are extremely responsive, extremely friendly, and extremely professional. That's probably our major selling point, is that we will get your shifts filled, we'll fill them quickly, and we'll do it for really competitive rates. Our rates are designed for not-for-profit, so they're budget conscious.
Yes. When you use the term fill rates, what does that mean to an outsider, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we have requests come through to fill shifts, and the percentage of those we're able to fill is our fill rate. We have a really high fill rate.
Do you mind sharing what that fill rate number is?
Yeah, sure. It's about 95, 96%.
Okay.
There's always going to be shifts in that you're not going to be able to fill, just because maybe they come in right at the last minute for a very specific need, and the staff members that we already would have are already busy.
How often is it last minute requests versus pre-planned shifts being filled up? Is there a ratio of 50-50?
It's such a mix, and it's dynamic. It changes. So sometimes, and it's really good when we get long-term shifts. We have continuous shifts that we do every day, every week kind of thing. Then we have ones that are booked a week or a month in advance, and then we have get someone there 10 minutes to go. And we do a really good job of filling. Of course, we're going to definitely fill the ones that are booked ahead, but we have a really good fill rate for filling the immediate ones too.
Mandy, what kind of services do you guys offer to the NDIS and aged care clients on your books?
We offer a bunch of services, Min. As you mentioned, we can assist disability and aged care providers with our staff. We cover everything from domestic assistance, community access, social support, personal care, respite, medication assistance. There's quite a range, and we really do sort of tailor, depending on what that participant is requiring, we can tailor that to suit.
Sure. Andrew, what feedback have you received from both clients and staff, and how do you use this to improve your services?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're really responsive to feedback that we get, mostly over the years, and probably a testament to the positive feedback that we've had is how long we've been about and how deeply ingrained in the sector we are. It's mostly positive, but no organization is perfect. We're not perfect. We want to improve. We love feedback of all types because it enables us to improve. It feeds into this culture we have of continuous improvement. So we're always, putting our heads together, seeing what we can do better, seeing how we can be more effective in our delivery of service, how we can be more efficient in that and get the best outcomes. And I think another thing, because you mentioned staff, that shows the positive feedback we get from staff is in the low attrition rate that we have within our staffing pool. You mentioned earlier, it's a high turnover industry. And I think generally I 100% agree it is. We've been, I guess, lucky that we have such a low turnover. We have a lot of staff stay with us for years. We've had staff on our books pretty much since, who have been with us since we began.
Oh, wow. And when did you begin?
It's 2011/12. There's a debate about it because
13 years.
The end of the year.
Gotcha.
A long time.
Wow. So Mandy, how long have you been in the team for now? How many years?
I joined the team earlier this year.
Wow. And was your background before that in this same area of staffing?
Well, personally, I've worked in the sector for close to 6 years.
Yeah.
Mostly in the community engagement, development side of things.
Okay, cool. My next question to you again, Mandy, is how have client expectations changed since you started this year, particularly the rest of the NDIS?
Well, I would probably comment in general. I mean, in the last 13 years that care agency's been around, I've been around for, close to half of that in the sector. It's a really dynamic sector. I think one thing we'd all agree on is that the only constant is change.
Yes.
And the NDIS has had a big impact in growth of the sector, the regulations, and the improvement to standards that, people receive from the services that they get.
Absolutely.
People, rightly so, are expecting more and they should have more.
Yep. Okay, cool. Andrew, how do you ensure accountability and transparency, especially in the light of all this negative press about providers in the sector?
Sure. Look, I think first and foremost, care agency services is, although our primary kind of bread and butter is our agency temp filling staff. We're a registered provider with the NDIS ourselves. And so we go through the same rigorous processes and we're answerable to the same standards and audits that other providers are. We treat that really seriously. In addition to those external audits, we have ongoing internal audits that we do. Like I said earlier, we have that continuous improvement mindset within the company. But I think it all comes down to the values that we stand for and the trust that we build with our clients as well. So we like to think that integrity, ethics, and hard work are the core kind of principles of our operation.
Mm-hmm.
And there are, as you said, there's horrible stories that you hear about, I guess, cowboys, for want of a better term, in the sector.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as the NDEI standards develop, I think that a lot of them are being weeded out, which is a good thing, leaving only the serious players who are committed to providing quality service.
Yep. Are there many other peers or competitors, you would call them, in the sector who do what you guys do, but are also doing care provision work on a small scale like you guys are as well, or not?
Yeah, there's a mix of agency providers, care providers, and ones who do both, I think. As far as the agency providers go, most of them, I think, do agency.
Yes.
Some do dabble across both, like us. But it's definitely been a positive thing for the quality of our service.
Will you say dabble in it as well from the start, or is it recently? And why even dabble in the care provision world as a provider yourself?
For us, absolutely. Moving to that, we initially went from just being a temp staffing agency to a service provider ourselves, because we had participants who were working with us pre-NDIS, who, when they transitioned over to the model, they wanted to continue to work with us and receive direct supports. So we started that process of getting approval and accreditation.
So there shouldn't be any fear of any SIL provider coming to you guys of having clients being poached at all, because it's all legit, right? Yeah, of course.
Look, it's only a small part of what we do. The majority of what we do still is that, and it was, as I said, it was set up to help transition those participants who wanted to continue with us. But
Good.
And that kind of spurious behavior.
Mandy, what are the company's goals for the next 5 years, and how do you guys will you innovate or expand the services? Yes.
We've got a lot coming in the next 5 years.
Tell us more. Is anything big coming out?
Well, we're always looking to innovate and improve. At the moment, we're working a lot on efficiencies, embracing new technology, and the so on from that is going to impact on all parts of the business and operation.
True, but no offense there, Mandy, but big words, efficiencies and innovation. but to me, the outside, what does that mean really? I mean, tell me more.
Well, right at this minute, we're rolling out a brand new system for our bookings and, provider communication.
Yes.
So we're really, at the moment, improving what we've had in place is great. But as we know, with technology, it moves quick. So we're in the process now. October, I think, is our live date at this stage.
Yes.
So that's going to be a big change and improvement for our providers that
So
really with us.
Yeah, and part of that is providing an online bookings portal to streamline bookings processes. It allows us to keep better tabs on what's happening in the field.
It's also for the staff as well. They've got a great new interface that they'll be able to use as well.
So my question is not meant to offend or be nosy, but you got the platform agencies out there who are all out there. You know who they are.
Yep.
And you who have grown the last 10 years, 12 years now to where you are now, but now you're implementing booking services. Are you not evolving to more of a platform service like the others? No or not? Yes or no?
So we're actively not moving in that direction.
And explain to us what that direction means. What is that?
Sure.
What is that world there compared to your world? How are you both different to the platform agency world to your world?
The platform agency world, we feel, is impersonal. It's just a numbers game.
Sure.
It's not about the personal touch. It's not about the quality of service. You don't get the consistency. You don't get that curation of support from beginning to end. And I don't think you have the accountability on the services that we provide, and that we certainly would expect providers to demand of their suppliers like us.
Cool. So take me through that journey. I'm my limited experience with this online platform booking world. So on those example big names, you log on as a participant. You look for you register your details as a participant. You get an account. You log through their system to look at the support workers in the area. You choose them as temporary or long term or whatever else. There's thousands there. Whatever. That's how that works. That's very web-based browsing kind of service, right? There's no interaction with anyone really.
No.
Not at all.
By
Okay.
Nameless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
faces and
Sure.
dark shadows.
So tell me how the journey is in your world then. Who come to you? Does the providers only, or the participants and or providers come to your login process?
both.
Yeah.
The majority are providers themselves.
Yes.
So we establish those relationships with rostering teams who are dealing with their own staffing demands.
Yes.
In addition to that, we do have participants who do come and work with us as well.
Yes.
So we are a bit more traditional in our business development, in our expansion of our relationship, more personal touch.
Yes.
And that I guess our platform within that is something that will amplify, but not replace.
Yeah. So I think I now understand your world that you're trying to explain to us on the show here. So out there's the matching service of support workers to participants on those platforms. That's one version. And yours is more of a short-term temp staffing plug-in. That's what you do. Yes or no?
For want of a better term, I don't know if I choose the word.
In layman's terms,
we like to consider our relationships with our clients as partnerships.
Yes.
So we're all working together towards that same goal. We're another string in their bow. We're another resource they can call upon. It's like a no obligation to use us. We're just someone there to help if you need it.
A staffing solution service. That's all this is. Yep. Okay, cool. So how busy is your business at the moment? Is it really busy? Or you can improve, or is it too much work? What's the story there?
It's really busy. It's always been busy, which is a good thing. I mean, it's great. And I guess as we grow, and as demand grows, we're adapting with that and resourcing that effectively to make sure that we're keeping up the same quality service standards.
You talk about touching communication process. How much staff do you have in the background who handle all the volume inquiries coming in?
Sure. So in our Queensland office, in the back office, we have about 10.
Yes,
I think. Yeah, and like a lot of rostering, a lot of recruitment.
Yes. That's in Brisbane.
That's in Brisbane. Down in New South Wales, it's a smaller team. It's a younger operation.
Yes.
But they're also growing. We just appointed a new relationships manager down there that we're really excited about.
Yes.
She's doing amazing things, and the team down there.
Okay. So basically, we're letting those people out there in Brisbane, greater region, and New Sydney as well. Those providers out there who are in the care provision world who need short-term staff to work with their participants, they should reach out to you. How's the best way to contact you guys?
Well, you can contact our office.
On phone number?
Phone number is 0737331827.
That's for Brisbane?
Yep, or you can ring me, Mandy. I'm in Brisbane as well, 0421 572 226. And our New South Wales office, if that's of interest, 027202 9132.
And the website, please?
Yeah, absolutely. careagencyservices.com.au. And we're really active on LinkedIn as well, so you can check us out there.
Wonderful. Any words of advice from both of you to providers who are listening, who are small, growing, but can't have enough staff to really grow? Because my view is these small providers, they're looking for housing for putting the participants in. They're looking for participants as well. They're looking for staff as well. So they're juggling three balls at once. And it's hard to get it all right, isn't it? You know? So what's your advice to them?
Well, from my perspective, my suggestion is to don't wait until you've got that panic moment.
Yep.
Have an agency on board, ready to go, so that when the need arises, it's a matter of giving us a call, shooting us an email to make the booking, instead of then scrambling to choose an agency.
Scrambling to choose an agency. So please give me an example. When was the last time you had to scramble to find a solution last minute? Give me an example, please.
I would have been this morning. I wasn't in the office this morning. I'm sure that somebody called us this morning and was scrambling to find a solution.
I actually had someone yesterday.
Give me the story.
Through LinkedIn, I was contacted by a Sydney-based provider who they're expanding onto the Gold Coast here. And they had a participant who was in need of urgent supports. So they were having a bridging period between this particular participant leaving one address and going to another. There's a period in between where they desperately need some supports. And so we're on that straight away.
So what was that period they're looking for?
It's just a matter of a couple of weeks at the moment.
And to provide a solution now, straight away?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is literally how, like, overnight, this particular company was seeking some extra supports because they're not based here.
Yep.
They didn't have anyone of their own on the ground. And so we're talking with them at the moment.
So if all things go well, how many support workers are required to deliver this care for this participant for the several weeks? Is it 24 hours? Is it like drop-in support, or what does that look like?
This particular participant that they're inquiring about is 24/7.
One-on-one, 24/7. Wow.
24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that situation, we'd usually get a small pool of known staff.
Yes.
Maybe obviously it depends on the demand, but maybe like 5 in that situation.
Yes.
Just rotate them in based on their rosters.
Yeah. Gotcha. Cool. And
We're working with them to absolutely see what we can do.
Wonderful.
To help them
Wonderful.
out.
We didn't finish off the last question, Mandy, about the whole 5 years ahead. Can you both tell me what your thoughts are the next 5 years? How it'll evolve and everything? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are also expanding geographically. We're in the process at the moment of assessing new states to expand into, and a more robust suite of services for Assist our provider clients. So things like offering nursing, agency nursing, and even some permanent recruit lead services. So we're really excited to be able to talk more about those.
In the new year or end of this 25 year?
End of this 25 year into the new year.
Oh, wow.
Heard it here.
Wow.
Horse's mouth.
So this will be a value add service to what you currently provide as a core service, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, wish you all the best on that, yeah?
Beautiful.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your time to you both. I really appreciate it, and I'll make sure that we get the podcast out to the next few weeks for people to listen to and get contact with you directly as well, okay? Thank you so much.
Real pleasure.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure you are subscribed and following us so you can keep in the loop with all of our upcoming episodes. We would really appreciate it if you could leave us a 5-star rating, a written review, and to share this podcast with those that could benefit. Until next time, catch you on the next episode.